All right, so what we have here is a question. If Windows can do GPU. Now, per the wiki or GitHub, we have CUDA, Windows, and then a checkmark, right? Cross-platform, right? Um, don't necessarily care about these two. I don't know what these are. Um, so yeah, this is your Linux. That's your Linux. This is Windows. As far as I know, that's Linux stuff. So okay, that's fine, but how, right? And this is OpenLibShot, which is not the same as, mind you, um, OpenShot. So since the library supports it, but the code hasn't been implemented inside of OpenShot, um, I don't think it's a thing. As far as I can tell, as of whatever the date is here, October 7th, 2024, at basically 9 o'clock, that is not supported, right? So this guy is complaining on Reddit, and somebody, said, put a post like, there's a way to enable GPU for OpenShot video edit. However, it's only portable GPUs. It's experimental, blah, 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 blah. And the guys, no, it's not this one. Is it this one? But yeah, he doesn't specify Windows or Linux or Windows. So, and Linux is probably there. The option might be there. I just don't know. I don't, doesn't feel like this explains operating system, but you're assuming it's Linux. So looks like it's in OpenShot library, which is right what they use. So the assumption I made is, oh, this is a library and it's something they're importing. Well, the OpenShot is OpenShot, so ergo OpenShot library is OpenShot itself. So I would say um, there might still be a way. I don't know, because we have Windows, and then what we're looking for is the yeah CUDA Windows or like CUDA something DirectX, and that's the option I have here or here, right? Is uh nothing essentially. Now somebody said something about the cache and it's old whatever. So this is 512. I mean, I could do, I don't know, 8 gigs. You're supposed to do 1024, so calc 1024. You want to be nice to computers. They like to do stuff. So multiply that times however many gigs of RAM you want. So let's give them 8. So I can come in here and say 8192. Boom. So now we have 8 gigs compared to 512. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Probably not. The other option was through our performance. Now I'm running Windows 11, latest and greatest, whatever. I got a GPU. I don't know why I have 3 graphics cards in here. One of them might be virtual. I don't know. So I don't know what 0, 1, and whatever is, but if I put it on, um, Drive 3D graphics card, I hit test, I get an X. I put on both of these on 0, I get an X. Both of these on 1, I get an X. Both of these on 2, I get an X. So whatever. Okay, fine. We're gonna brute force it and see what happens. X, X, X. So whatever we pick in Directory D doesn't work at all. So we're left with no acceleration, right? Um, then graphics card doesn't isn't still an option, even though we're talking about no. So hardware decoder, hardware decoder, hardware decoder mode. So, anyways, so if I did 0, I still get X. If I do no acceleration, yay, yay. So no GPU, I get checks, green checks across the board. Fine, whatever. Now, graphics card 0, that doesn't help me. Um, So how do we want to make sure we're using the right graphics card? Because if I use onboard, maybe it's shittier, but that's still CPU. So like this is not doing anything. Decoder mode CPU, and then we're talking about hardware decoder here. So obviously these settings have nothing to do when you select GPU. These settings should be nil or undefined, not a number. Don't divide by zero. So for me, that's kind of like a UI thing, but I can't complain because it's free. So we'll go back in here and kind of give up, I guess, right? Because I have, um, if I can get to I have installed, let's do the little search, right? It's not NVIDIA, it is, what's it called? CUDA? CUDA Cool to 12.5. So in the last ditch effort, maybe I'll search again. I don't know. This doesn't feel very, yeah, this feature build, this is a guy who's like screenshot heavy. He's like got screenshots, he's exactly what he wants. He saw this, seems to indicate so. He tried, this is me, actually, 4 years ago, right? Pretty limited, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, GPU on Windows. Yes, same here. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's pretty limited at the moment. Limited how? Can you clarify? And this guy's like, dude, I got all the shit. He's like, sorry for the computers. Limited extremely experimental. On Linux, it works pretty well. On Windows, best advice I can give you is absolutely sure you the latest video driver for CUDA capable NVIDIA card is not working. It will error out to be unavailable, as you noticed. Like, the thing about that, this whole thing, is it is not that difficult to implement. Mm, call me crazy, right? Look, I guarantee you, I'm being an a-hole, but I guarantee you they're using FFmpeg like every fucking buddy else, right? No, H265 is my command line. So all you do is libx264 and then for hardware Excel CUDA. There's nothing complicated about this, right? Are we saying our error detection is missing within the platform? Are we saying we don't know how to put a switch of dash dash CUDA? Or is there something else we're trying to include within this? Are we saying we're going to use GPU real time within the application? No, nobody cares about that. We only care about, when you're exporting video. So explain to me, unless you're not using FFmpeg, explain to me why I can't just be like GPU, YOLO. Now, I guess transcoding might be different than whatever we're doing here, but that doesn't make any sense to me that I can type ffmpeg whatever dash dash hardware excel CUDA and it doesn't matter what version, it doesn't matter anything. But that's the whole point of ffmpeg is that it's a massively massive file. This is like 16 megs, maybe even more. So you got like a static binary, which um, that's the way I do it. There is was it ffmpeg statically compiled? It might not be on Yeah, ffmpeg. So I went on a tyrant with ffmpeg. It's called Media Auto Build Suite Master. And this is the project. I'll take no credit for any of this. And if you haven't noticed, we're off on a tangent. But this is important stuff. This is a Cygwin based, or it's usually Cygwin and Mini GW. Oh, Mini GW. I think Cygwin might use parts of Mini GW. I think this is the main library, or they're two different. They're two different animals. The way they do the emulation or whatever. Anyways, this will compile you whatever you want with all the bells and the whistles. So I have a pre-compiled version. Oh my God! Did you say statically compiled 247 megs? Are you serious? Jesus. Okay, well, it's probably because it's multiple binaries. The big one is G, which is, look at this, 117 megs executable. What are we doing? Teams? Teams is like a electron blob, and it's like 80 megs or something ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, 117 meg. But this FFmpeg is like the shit. It is like got all the libraries. I told it to do select all the things. I don't even know how I did it. I have this. I put notes in here about my compression options. So these are all the options it supports, like all of them, even insecure ones that will get you popped. Um, yeah. So I don't even know what I did here. No flags. Something. Oh, okay. Here we go. I had a reason for this. I was talking about Facebook and um, anyways, the videos, formula drift. Trying to download Facebook videos via command line. Wow, like a boss. So, anyways, YouTube DLP at least will not download streams, so I had to use FFmpeg because I knew I could find the original, the original deal. Um, I haven't actually checked my audio this whole time. It's a little low. So, anyways, this does something. We're replacing that with GW. I don't know, and some compile flags. I think this is static. I don't know. Anyways, I was able to statically compile the binary. It might be, the script and stuff might actually be in here, but I just don't think we really have any options. There's not coded in here. We're done. There's not really any way around it. Now, what I thought is VLC might have something, because VLC you can export. VLC, right? You can come in here. I don't have the file. You can come in here, drop a file in, and you can set your start and stop points A, B, and then say export media. Don't loop it because it'll keep overwriting the file. So turn your loop off, import your file. So I mean, I'll just do this. I don't care. X local. Right. And of course, I've got it hidden from myself. Temp. No. Oh, I did it again. Really? Did I do it? Right. More data is where our movies are. Movies. So it's here. Adam Sandler. And we drop it in here, right? So we're not gonna do the video of this because obviously, for obvious reasons, we're gonna shrink it down to a teeny peeny wee wee woo woo. And we're gonna poop on the algorithms. So, okay, say we want to cut from here to here, right? So here's our video. We want to splice here, and then we want to end right here. Now we have that A/B loop running, right? So I can come in here, and I'm sure FFmpeg actually has the same thing now that I think about it. You can say, what is it, stream, convert, save, and come in here. But I don't think by default, as far as encoding, decoding, it doesn't do any of that. But you might be better off with just straight up, like I said, research, um, FFmpeg, transcode, crode, 5 minute, what do you, start time? Transcode the video file bob.mp4 and splice the start time of 5 minutes to the end time of 10 minutes. Now you have to talk to the AI like whatever. I wouldn't normally say start time. I would say from 5 to 10, but it doesn't, it might interpret that as a math problem or something. So the prompt has to be like the start time of 5 and the end time of 10, and I don't know how to spell or type. So it doesn't matter. Come in here, Just code is you can make custom prompts to just give you the code. Even then, it's still giving me all this extra context that I don't want, and I told it not to, but whatever. I need to, I guess, go in and fix it. So, FFmpeg uses SSTT. So we can take our existing, right, notepad. I don't have notepad. My notepad's jacked. So that's chambery. So we don't. That's not some dropping. Not doxing myself. Um, our command line is H265. See right here. Here's our command line. So we want to combine all these together, right? OBS or not OBS. This took however long. The problem is I've already pre-spliced it. So I don't know. But we'll just as an example, we'll do you know 30 minutes to. I mean, it was a 10-minute skit, so I'd say actually we can go back here. 6 minutes and 56 seconds. So 3, 30, 7 minutes. So we're going to splice a random 7 minutes out of the video. We're going to use CUDA. So we got this, hardware Excel CUDA. And we're going to do FFmpeg. What else do we want? H265 for the win. Audio Cook ACC. I honestly don't know. I don't know why ACC is a big default. I would say OGG or OGG or the other flat open source one, maybe lame MP3. So we have our command line. Now we're still missing this part, right? So this trick, you're in a folder, you press backslash, it'll give you the exact path of other stuff in there. You can copy and paste that. Other cool thing, if you don't know, is you're in a path, you type CMD, boom, you get a CMD prompt right there. You're good to go. So sometimes I'll do like CMD and then PowerShell. Oh, that didn't work. No, it took me to Windows. Oh, because this is not a derp. This is not a CDable path. You can do you know Z colon net use if you want to actually get that feature from a network path. So anyways, let me go back to my copy and paste here. We're gonna do input minus I. Oh, never forget the I. Oh geez. Oh geez. I lost my word pad. We're gonna do MKV, which I think is popular because it's like embedded embedded subtitles or something. I don't know why that format is so popular in MKV. I think because you can do extra stuff with it. Usually your codecs or your whatever they call that part, not the codecs, but the container or whatever. MKV, I guess the one that gets the most popular is the one that's might have to run this as admin is the one that's got the most features, right? It's not about compatibility when you got people running command line shit. We'll put that in the C root. Let's do that in the delete folder. Oh, unknown decoder, H265. So even with this one, the FFmpeg is not in there. So we can go to like, this might even predate H264, actually, my binary. I probably need to re-update it. But anyways, what I would do is recompile FFmpeg with my giant thing. I would rerun this or rerun the script, and then take that binary and put it in there. The G1 is the big one, obviously. That's the one that has all the statically compiled stuff in it. Anyways, hope that helps somebody out. Take it easy.